Hey, what's going on? All right, so here's the deal. I did a video yesterday, and yesterday I was talking about the guys, and I was trying to express and explain how guys, in general, in when I say general, I'm not wasn't talking about someone specific, but in general, how guys feel about this word called love, and how a typical guy may only love once, maybe twice. And if you find a guy who says I love every woman that I've been with is lying ass. Anyway, so off of that video, I had some a couple of requests and some ideas of what I want to talk about today. So here's the thing. How do you get to a guy who says, I've been traumatized or I've been hurt? I gave myself to a woman, but I'm not doing that again. Or he doesn't say it, but his actions is towards that. Here's the thing. In today's what we're talking about is self-worth. And I'm trying to put it in a way where it helps you, the lady, and it helps the relationship as a whole. Okay. So if a guy's have ever been loved, here's the thing I need you to realize about how to maneuver him for a relationship with you. Okay. A guy is going from A to B. He's going to A and B. I'm gonna try to let me put it right here so you guys can see this. Because it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say it without understanding. All right. So A and B. Okay. So guy is trying to go from here to here. Okay. Here's the thing. On these outlines here on the bottom, all he knows is to get to here, A to B. Okay, that's all he wants. What is A to B? A is when his heart was broken. B is when he wants to fall in love and wants to be with a woman again. This stuff, these are little points and bits and pieces of women who come in his life, and he's learning from them, and he's learning what he likes, what he doesn't like. But at the end of the day, he's not giving himself to you because you haven't gotten him in his psyche. How do you deal with a guy who's been hurt, or a guy doesn't trust, or anything like that? How do you deal with it? Here's something that I want you guys, which is awesome because Veronica actually asked me to talk about it, which actually brings to a point of how do you take a guy who's been hurt and you now are in a relationship and you want to then be with him and build a relationship with him. Okay, how do we do this? How do you do this, ladies? The idea of self-worth, it doesn't come from guys. I really, I don't know how to say this in any other way. A guy will adjust his life for the woman, but without the woman, the guy is just being a guy. Okay. However that guy is will determine on what he likes in his life. Okay. Some guys like the water, sailing. Some guys like cars. Some guys like trucks, sports. Guys are going to be just guys. Okay. That is just raw him. Whatever he likes, that's what he likes. Boom. And don't confuse what he likes, his profession, in the idea of his psyche, of the woman. A man in history and in saying, I really want you to get this. The saying is, the man is strong because of a woman or falls because of a woman. So to say self-worth for a relationship, I want you ladies to realize that the relationship, you're the center of the relationship. and he is a reflection of you. And now I know that sounds wrong, and on many levels, but let me explain what I mean by you're the nucleus and he's the reflection of you. Okay, and I'm going to go in tone biblical because it makes sense and it explains a lot. Adam in Genesis, Adam was created. God said the man was alone. He didn't know he was alone, but yet he had dominion over the world. Okay, so when you see a man and he's just out there, he's profession. He can be a teacher, he can be a doctor, he can be a lawyer, he can be a forklift driver. That's his profession. What does he like to do? He likes cars. That's his interest. Cars. He likes boats. That's his interest. He likes to go camping. He likes just to read. That's his interest. So you have a profession, then you have an interest. In the point of view of Adam had dominion over the world, but he never knew he was alone. You can have a forklift driver, a teacher, a doctor. You can have all three of them. And they won't know that they're alone until you present yourself. So, when we talk about self-worth, in the relationship, the self-worth, you're the nucleus, ladies. He is the covering, or he's the reflection of you. And every man that I just said, from A to B, he's looking from being hurt to falling in love again. Every woman in between, one thing that they miss, and that is this: he doesn't like the reflection. He doesn't like the reflection because a woman can be nagging. A woman can be too controlling. A woman doesn't have his interest. A woman says, please give me, but what are you giving him? That you see what I mean? There's a lot of factors. A woman is looking too sexy. Even though you're giving him sex, he's still gonna take it. But he also knows so is everyone else. You got your body, but you don't have a mind. There's no academics into you. You have an academic, but you have no personality. He's looking for his match, his partner. He's looking for the woman that has his rib. When he says, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, that hasn't changed at all. From Adam to me. And there are guys who are out there who are romantic, guys who are out there who love to help people, guys who, as a psychiatrist, love to give counsel and help business owners who love to be in business, loves cars, loves sports. There are all kinds of guys out there, ladies. So you have a various amount of guys to pick and choose from. You know, as the old saying is, you have a pastor and then you have a first lady. Well, that's a title, okay? You have a doctor and you have a doctor's wife. You have a forklift and you have a wife. Every man needs to be matched up. How is he matched up? How? He's matched up in the context of reflecting off of you and how you reflect him, and vice versa. So in context, ladies, if you're sexy and you get with a man, you choose with a man, and all you have is a body, but you have no conversation, if you don't care about him, he's going to take whatever you give him, but he's going to move on, and so on and so forth. That's a rotation. That's what is he looking for? He's looking for, and he may not even know how to title it. He's looking for a virtuous woman. So let me explain what every guy is. And when I say every guy, I'm talking about males. I'm not talking about their profession. I'm not talking about what they like to do on their own time. I'm talking about the fact that he is a man. If he's a male, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie personalities, and this is what he's looking for. He's looking for a virtuous woman, and the virtuous woman is his partner. Okay, let's define it. A woman, your self-worth, biblically, by a mother who's talking to her son, not a man who wrote this, a mother wrote this, educating her son, because out there in that time and this time, there are harlots and there are concubines and there are women who are using guys and tricking guys and manipulating guys, and the list goes on and on. And so the mother is educating her son to distinguish all those other somewhat good women to a virtuous woman. Okay. We talked about this before, so let me get into it again. When a guy finds a virtuous woman, your worth in his eyes, according to his ability, is regardless, but in his eyes, when he finds a virtuous woman, a mother said to her son, when you find her, her price, her worth is far above rubies. Her price is far above rubies. Now, ruby, it's a diamond, it's a jewel. So a woman has a worth. And this is what I'm trying to get all you ladies to see. You have a worth. And so when it comes to a guy looking at you, stereotyping, give it a stereotype. When he stereotypes you, not only is he saying good, bad, right or wrong, he's saying your worth. Good woman, piece of shit. You may be a profession in your profession. You may be a professional in your profession, but a guy still will look at you and say a piece of shit. And the reason he would say that is because he doesn't see any value in what you present to him. And I know I'm saying this, and I know it's hard to see, but I'm trying to really just be transparent and blunt as possible, and you take it for what it is. When you present yourself to a guy, if you have no value to him, you're nothing. Now, I'm not trying to insult you. Let me give you an example of what I'm saying. Let me give you an example. I'm a professional. I can get another professional. But that female professional may not know how to treat me as a man, respect me as a man. Respect comes a long way. The way she talks to me is belittling to me. Okay, if that is the case, the value of who she is valueless to me. I will use her. If she gives it, I'm going to use her. But her value of who she is zero. And so therefore, whenever she gets tired of me, I'm just going to say goodbye. Right? Hey, Danny, Diane, is that X? Even with your person, he is reality. The valuable to the one is not necessarily the own person reasons. Absolutely. Okay, so in context, I'm trying to help you ladies out because, and the reason I'm talking to you ladies is because you're the nucleus of everything. And I've said it before, and I'll say it in this time so you can get a broader understanding. If I have a problem and I got grandmama and granddaddy, if I have a problem, I'm going to grandmama. I'm not going to granddaddy. I mean, I may go to him for something, but not. I'm going to grandmama. Grandmama's the nucleus of the family. Okay, so grandmama, if grandmama's the nucleus of the family, then the woman is the nucleus of a relationship. Okay. When a man, regardless of his profession, regardless of what he does on his spare time, if you're not of value to him, you don't have value. It doesn't matter of who you are, what you do, how you do. Doesn't matter. You can be an entrepreneur of the greatest heights. You can be the CEO of the company for the greatest company in the world. If you're no value to a guy, just the way it is. Okay. A woman is teaching her son, Proverbs 31. A woman is teaching her son, if you find this virtuous woman, who can find it? Who can find this virtuous woman? A mother is saying this. If you find her value in who she is, hey, how's it going? Her value in who she is far above any jewelry. Find the one that values you. Absolutely. Okay, here's the thing. The reason the mom is saying to her son, who can find this virtuous woman, and I'm going to repeat what I just said. When God created man, and I think this is across the board in all religions, but when God created man, he gave him the dominion over the world. He didn't even know he was alone. And when the woman was created, he was asleep. It's only when she presents herself to him, when he then sees the value in her and says, I want to marry you. Girl, you it. I want you. Forget all the mother crazy women. I want you. And if you can present yourself, it doesn't take a long time for him to come to that conclusion. Think about it. Think about the story. He wakes up. God presents the woman. He wakes up, sees her, and immediately knows she's of value. Immediately. It's only after a while when she loses her value in all men. And it's only a very few of you ladies, when you find a man, you won't be able to lose your value because you're true to him and he's true to you, and that is a beautiful thing. I know a couple of couples out there who have that type of relationship. They're not losing the value because they presented themselves to each other at the rawest state. They didn't try to fake it. It is what it is. Do you like me? I like you. They found value in each other. Okay, let's move on. So the mother's teaching the son, if you find this woman, she's valuable. What kind of woman to this man? Now, again, don't confuse you and to this, what's being described in Proverbs 31, ladies. This is just for her son. It is not for all the men that's out there. If your man is a forklift driver, he works in a factory, his value of his woman is a little bit different if your man is a doctor. So if you want a doctor, you have to understand what's valuable to the doctor. And if you're at the level of a forklift driver or a factory guy, then you have to understand the value for him. Do not confuse the two. So when you present yourself, understand how you're presenting yourself, to whom you're presenting yourself. That helps a whole lot. So in context, let's talk about this. Proverbs 31, we talk about it. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because of time, but she's an entrepreneur. She buys material. She sells material. She takes care of her family. She takes care of her servants. She takes care of herself. That woman who takes care of herself, takes care of her family, takes care of her husband, takes care of the kids, that woman takes care, she's taking care of. Okay, if she's taking care of all of this, think about it. If she's taking care of all of this in the scripture, the mama's saying to the son, this woman is valuable. What makes her valuable? She's taking care of her body. She's taking care of her kids. She's taking care of her husband. She is an entrepreneur. She buys material. She fixes material. She sells material. What is the common denominator in a valuable woman to any and all guys? It's the fact that you take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your man. Why is that so damn hard? Let me explain why it's so hard. Because you think taking care of a man. Now, again, let me define taking care of a man. Taking care of a man is, hey, honey, are you hungry? Let me cook for you. Hey, honey, do you want to just relax? Let me just let you relax. Hey, honey, you want to watch the game? Let me let you watch the game. Taking care of him. Not buying him, taking care of spending your money on him because he don't have a job. No, this man has a job. He goes to work. So let's not confuse that. But why is it hard for women in today's time to take care? And then that time too, why is it hard for you guys to take care of a man and a family and yourselves? Because it's a conflict of what you've been taught over the history of today. And that is, you're an independent woman. It is a conflict to be an independent woman and to take care of a man. Take care of yourself, man. Some of you do take care of yourself. You go to the gym on a regular basis. Take care of your body. You do. Some of you take care of your body and take care of your family and your kids. Some of you absolutely do. But some of you don't. You're falling short on taking care of the man because, again, the man, at what level is the man? A doctor, for example, there's a different type of taking care of than a manufacturing kind of guy. A manufacturing kind of guy, he can come home. There's no problem. A doctor who's in the community, a doctor who's seeing patients all the time, a woman has to be a little bit more secure in herself to take care of him while he's taking care of the community or patients or whatever. So you have to adjust who you are to him at his level of profession, as well as figuring out what he likes on the outside, and to build him from being hurt from a ex or however that looks. And now you have him in your world, and now you want to grow with him, and you turned out to love him, and you want to be with him. Let me be mindful of a woman teaching her son and then understanding the defining of who he is. Take care of yourself. Take care of the home. Take care of him, your kids. Just take care of. That's all. It's just that simple. And yet, you guys don't get it. You don't get it. Now, when I say you don't get it, I'm not saying you. Some of you do. And some of you have a good guy in your life. I know quite a few of the relationships here on Facebook that you guys have an awesome life. And I see why you have an awesome life. And that is because you take care of each other. It's like you take care of each other. That's just it. Some of you ladies don't get it because you think, oh, I just need to look sexy. I can get a man. Okay, when you got a man, then what? You don't have to look sexy. You get a man, now what? So let me break it down. However you get a man, it doesn't matter. However you get a man. Has he ever loved anyone? Right? Has he a job? Has he a future? Does he have kids? Is this guy that is in your world right now, you're finding him, or you got him, and you're trying to make that relationship, is what you offer to him, is it valuable? And what is the most common denominator in value? Is a man to a man to a man. What is valuable is to respect him and to take care of him. Now, we're not talking about those guys who are trying to fake you and pretend that he loves you and trying to. I want to get into that the next time about how to find a good man in the personality versus his motive. Okay, we'll talk about that later. But let's talk about generic, hardworking guy who's just been hurt. He's out there. He's a forklift driver, manufacturing. He's a teacher. He's out there just doing his day-to-day job. He's working every day as much as he can. That guy, go to him, work it out with him. What is valuable to him is the fact that you can take care of him. Okay. Here's the thing. How do you take care of him? I can't say. It's a specific position. How do you take care of him? The best way I can think of is go to the person who actually take care of him. His mother, his grandmother, sisters, older sisters, however that looks. Sit down with them and say, hey, who is he? How does he need to be taken care of? Some guys was being taken care of by their mother to be independent. So you have to be independent and supportive to this guy. Some guys is a mama's boy, but not a mama's boy. He relies and trusts mama. You have to replace mama. Replace mama. That gets in his psyche. And when you get in his psyche that's already delicate, you can win him over. But then just be you. Don't be someone who's fake, like a motive. Don't bring a motive and let it be fake. Just be you. Just be you. And is the relationship going to be perfect? Hell no. Things happen. Guys mess up all the time. We're not perfect. We just men. But then can you help him through that? So we'll get into that later. So, what is the value of you? The value of you is in one part how you see yourself, but when it comes to a relationship, the value of you is determined by the guy or the person you're trying to be with. And vice versa, ladies, vice versa. The value of him to you is how he treats you. As long as you two can take care of each other, that is worth something in gold in a relationship. All right? So I hope this helps. Understanding self-worth in the relationship. A guy in his psyche is weak, but he's not weak. When it comes to emotion, feelings, he's weak. He needs someone to take care of him. Again, let's go biblical. He had dominion over the world, but he didn't know he was alone. Present yourself in the manner of, I'm here to take care of you. And see what he would not do for you at his ability and beyond. All right. So I hope that helps. This is Dr. Bagley. I'm going to leave it right there for right now. I'm going to go back to work. I got a couple of things I got to do. And if you do have any questions, comments, concerns, please do not hesitate in letting me know. And I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.